Hey everybody, it's Chris. It is the 25th of October, 2021. As I'm sure some of you are aware, there's a big storm out on the Oregon coast, California coast right now. We've got a home out there, and right now we can't access our cameras that are attached to the house to watch the ocean because the power is out. We do have some family members that are a few blocks south. They did say the power was out temporarily at their house. They're just hunkered down, letting the storm kind of go by. I haven't heard any updates out there. There is an individual that I kind of watch a little bit. It's NW Prepper, I believe it is, or Northwest Prepper. He also lives in the same general area. I've got a pretty good idea where he lives because he mentions a lot of the same stores that we go and frequent when we're out there. So his intel is going to be pretty good as far as the Pacific Northwest in the Astoria area. Some concerns that are out there. I've been watching it for the last probably 3 or 4 weeks or so, the supply chain. A lot of people are kind of keeping tabs on what's going on with the supply chain. As of yesterday, we hit a record here in the United States, or I guess California. They had 161 container ships sitting off the coast waiting to be unloaded. Usually their max is 19 container ships waiting to come in and park and get unloaded. As of yesterday, they were at 161. I saw where they've got over 200,000 shipping containers full of product sitting there waiting to be loaded onto semis and delivered to the stores or the warehouses, wherever it is that they need to go. When coronavirus first kicked off, and they were saying it was affecting China, I know here in the US, it was interesting to me being in the EMS public safety world where we didn't know what was happening. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you can relate to the uneasiness that was felt in the air. You go by the store and everybody's kind of steering clear from each other quite a bit, and one person sneezes and everybody else walks away. But I kept looking at it going, this is going to affect the things that we get here in the US. And I talked to my mom a few weeks after the coronavirus was finally here in the United States, and I told her, I said, we just got a big wind gust. That storm that's hitting the Pacific Northwest right now is pushing rain and some wind into where we're at up in the upper valley right now. So I'm hoping that part of our shed barn doesn't blow away. It did 2 years ago. We had a big windstorm come in, blew it away. We had to rebuild it. So if I keep looking off to the left, I'm sorry, that's where the shed is that I'm going to kind of keep tabs on. Hopefully we made it better, stronger. But I told my mom, I said, this is going to affect the things on our store shelves, because if you look on the vast majority of packaging for anything that you purchase, it's made in China. They've been dealing with the microchip shortage for the vehicles, computers, everything is going short-handed again. Who is it? Costco, Walmart, I think it was. A few of the stores are already implementing maximums as far as toilet paper. You can only get 1 package of toilet paper or 2 packages of toilet paper, again, whatever it is. And everybody's screaming to make sure that you buy now what you want for Christmas for your kids. I understand that. We've kind of got ours already. My wife does very good. She usually starts about February or so of the year that Christmas is coming. So we've got ours squared away. But we just got back from Walmart, and there are some shortages in the toys section. Not a huge amount. Most of it's going to be like your Matchbox, and I didn't see a lot of the Paw Patrol things, stuff like that. But make sure if you've got kids and you want to try and get them some gifts, if you can, start doing it now. If they've got layaway, get stuff and put it on layaway again. That's always a good option to make sure some items are available for when you want them. Going back to the shipping containers, there are 40 of them that have fallen, at least 40 of them that have fallen off of a ship. I believe it was up in Canada, and they're out floating around out in the ocean. I know the Coast Guard's trying to keep tabs on them and make sure that they don't cause any damage or anything. What's in them? I don't know. I do know that some of the food that has been shipped over from China, the packaged stuff, when they open up the shipping container, it's moldy and mildewy because of the condensation that gets inside of them, I guess, and it just rots them. So then they're ending up having to throw that away. Will that play into effect with food shortages? I have no idea. Could I see it happening? Yeah, I could see that affecting food shortages here in the United States. In our local store, so my wife has been down with kind of a nasty cold, maybe the flu, I don't know, and she couldn't find any Alka-Seltzer or Dayquil, NyQuil stuff at our local store down the street. I ended up finding some at Walmart, picked up a couple extra bottles so that we've got those on hand. She did end up having to go about 25 minutes away to a different store to pick up some. So will that cause havoc this winter? I have no idea. I guess being part of the preparedness mindset and wanting to take care of your family regardless what happens is you've already looked at some of this stuff. Every year we'll go spend a decent little amount of money on cold and flu medicine, so we've got it for winter, because that's when the majority of the people get sick. We look at our kids' winter clothing. Does it fit? Are we going to be able to get one more season out of it, or do we need to get new? And then we start looking at that so that we've got it on hand if we need it. They're talking about a fuel, coal, propane, natural gas shortage possible. This is stemming from what I can gather, is from China they've stopped importing coal from Australia, that I guess was one of their major suppliers. Australia wanted to question them about where did the coronavirus come from. China said, no, we're not going to buy your coal anymore. That's hurting the Chinese people right now. It sounded like over half of and I'm not sure if they're provinces, states, whatever it is, however China's split up, more than half are limiting the power that goes out to their people, including factories. What's that going to do? That's probably going to affect our supply chain more, because they're shutting factories down in the middle of the shift with no warning, shuts everything down. They can't keep producing stuff. That makes it hard for them to get it out here. And even now it's all sitting on ships because we don't have the employees or the workers to unload the supplies fast enough and get them back to the stores. I have seen a couple of articles where the White House is considering activating the National Guard or something along those lines to help get the ports unloaded, the ships unloaded, everything out of the ports, and get the logistics issues of it worked out. Is that going to happen? That I have no idea. I know the governor of Florida told all those ships to come down his way because they've got the people and the resources to help unload them quicker. It sounds like California versus Florida, they're going to be button heads on trying to get this stuff unloaded. But the fact of the matter is California can't do it all. They've got stuff backed up. If you look at the pictures of the ports where the shipping containers are unloaded, they're just stacked. Yeah, there's a website out there, and I want to say it's mares.com or something like that, where you can actually see a live map of where ships are in relation to the Port of Los Angeles. And it's just, there's just dots all over the place. I believe they're green arrows, and they're just waiting there to be unloaded. They're also saying that there's going to be a cardboard and a packaging supply shortage now. Why? Because we're ordering everything online, but we don't have the employees that are out there going to make the cardboard, the raw goods. The materials have to come from China or wherever it is. So I don't know. I know it's just one more shortage. Every day you turn on the news, it's, oh, there's going to be a shortage of gas. Oh, there's going to be a shortage of coal. Oh, go get your Christmas gifts now because there's going to be a shortage of those. Oh, we're running out of toilet paper again. Oh, we're running out of newspaper. I mean, all this stuff, it's every single day there's a new shortage being mentioned. And you think you become numb to a lot of it by now, but it just amazes me how many things they say are going to be in a shortage, how the supply chain's falling apart, and everybody, I hope, knows that it's a just-in-time supply chain, where when you go down to the grocery store and you buy 3 cans of corn, when they ring that up, it gets populated into the store's ordering system. So when the order goes in, they replenish just what you order, or just what was purchased, say that week or that month. I don't know how they do it, but they replenish just what was purchased because stores don't have great big storerooms where they keep excess stuff. For us around here, a lot of the farmers and ranchers have sold all of their livestock because we had such a bad drought. There's not enough hay to be purchased, and if you want to purchase it, I have a buddy that's selling some for $14 a bale. 2 years ago, we were doing it at $4 a bale, and we were excited about that. But due to the drought, we didn't have enough hay going out and being grown, cut, baled, everything else to support the farmers that are out there trying to raise this livestock. Now, I know that's just here in Utah. I don't know what the rest of the country's like as far as supplies for the ranchers and feed for the winter. But I do know my wife's got a couple of friends that they ranch, and they sold every piece of livestock they had, and they're done farming. They're done ranching. We've got our chickens. My wife ended up getting some more chickens, so we've got those to at least get eggs out of throughout the winter. Now, during the winter, they do cut back on production substantially. But with that, at least we've got the chickens if we need those, and we've got the eggs that they're going to be producing. So right now, I think we've got like 14 chickens or something like that. But hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're out where these storms are hitting right now, I hope everything's good, you're safe. If your power's out, hopefully you were prepared and had a little forethought of going out and getting the supplies that you need. If not, once the stores are back open and the power is back going, you might want to start looking at some of those things. We do have, I'll be doing some videos here on some of they call them solar generators, but they're kind of more of a portable battery bank. I've got 4 different brands. I've got the EcoFlow Delta, I've got the Jackery 500, I've got a smaller Jackery, I can't remember what that one is. I've got the Go Labs, we've got Goal Zero, 2 different Goal Zero ones. And we're going to be getting one more for our home up in on the Oregon coast. Because of that storm, the power's out. We can't turn on our cameras up there to kind of see what's going on with the rest of the storm because it runs off of the internet. Well, we're going to get probably one of the EcoFlow River Pros, I believe is what it is, after we do some reviews on the Delta that we've got. But I want to try and get one of those. And hey, EcoFlow, if you're out there and you happen to see this, I'd love to do a review on your EcoFlow Delta or River, because we want to take and kind of leave that up at our house up in Oregon. And when storms come in, have my the family members that are up there just unplug the internet, plug it into the EcoFlow River, and then plug it into the house. So when the power goes out, the internet keeps going. We can monitor it from home here in Utah. But hopefully you've got stuff like that, as well as solar options, gas generators. We've got one of those at both Oregon and our house here in Utah. It's kind of funny. Once a bad storm hits and power's out, generators are gone, and they won't come in for several weeks. Make sure you get you something so you can at least sustain yourself and your family for 24 to 48 hours. All right. Hope everybody's doing good. Watch out for this winter. Who knows what it's going to bring. It was a real busy fire season due to the lack of the water and moisture that was out there. I know we saved 2 small homes. My engine company did. I was really proud of them, but who knows what this next season is going to be. Make sure you take care of your family. Plan ahead. This is a wild year.